Like back in the day, we left our front doors unlocked. We could stay out after dark.
The good old days.
We could walk 3 blocks to the candy store and come back home, and our parents didn't worry about if we were going to be safe. Like all of that happened. But now, we can borrow things from people and return it. Hello. Blink,
yeah.
blink, 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 blink.
Why are you blinking? Jimmy, bring back our charger.
And now,
Bring back our charger. Bring back our charger.
oh, yeah, see? Jimmy, bring his car charger. Jimmy, bring my charger, the little black charger, you know?
Bring it back.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that, Charlie.
Bring it
It's a
back.
Forgot
good
about it.
time to talk about what you all owe me. I got some Yetis probably at your house. It was so funny the other day when your daughter came in and I looked and in her hand was my Yeti and I thought, well, there she is. Aha. But now, now things have changed. So what's the difference? Today we have cameras on our house, we have tracking on our phone, and there's big trust issues with friendships and relationships. So what changed all of that?
Human nature. How you describe it now? Human nature just changed. Right? Back in the days when there were less grudges, less what we call bad mind, right? When people used to just live freely, right? Desperation caused a lot of people to not trust. You know, because when you're desperate, you know, and I hear my friends say it all the time, you know, hey, when you're desperate, especially, you know, you got kids or whatever to feed, by any means necessary. And that's the mental state of humans now, by any means necessary. Meaning, yo, if I gotta go rob something for me and my kids to eat, they're gonna do it. Right? Back in the days was more better times in everything, in everything. Keeping your house open. You know, I remember when I just moved down to Florida. A couple times while I leave my house open.
That's just by accident, bro.
That by accident. That's
count.
by yeah. That's
That
by.
don't count.
We
That was
kept
a
ours
count.
open.
That don't count.
That was
Put
by
a key
accident.
under the mat like nobody knew that's where you would put a key.
Everybody knows that there's a key under the mat. Now, when somebody trying to rob you, that's the first place they look. Under the mat, or if there's a flower pot next to the front door, that's the first place they look.
But what changed?
What changed?
I feel like one of the things that changed is if you look at celebrities. Look at all the celebrities' houses that get robbed because they're using social media to say, "Look, I'm in Barbados," and then people are like, "Oh, they're not at their house." So then they go and they rob them. Like seriously, like even just us. Like if you go on vacation and you're sitting there on vacation, people be like, "They in real time are literally on vacation right now." So that means their house is empty.
Oh, so basically you're saying that
I think social
we
media-
ourselves is to blame?
Yeah, I think social media and putting
Well,
yourself
actually,
out
no,
there
no, no.
is making yourself vulnerable.
But what it is, right? All right. So I'm asking because I've seen changes in regards to how mankind reacts to certain changes, and I think one of the issues that we have is how we use technology. Every time there's a different form of technology introduced, and when I say technology, we change. So, when one of the first ones was the telegraphs. When we started using telegraph, message became this easy thing to pass from one place to the other. Certain things started happening. We started getting a news report faster. News reporters start creating newspaper situations. One of the major changes that happened was when we started using television. Television, and again, on that nice little island that we had, was pure innocence.
Right.
Besides the fact that we used to do pies in our obia, which was another thing. However, once we started getting
Hold on, Carla,
cable
hold on.
from these United States, we saw true evil.
Worst thing that happened to Jamaica was telephone. The worst thing that happened
Telephone?
in Jamaica was telephone, yeah. Because you used to actually go check on your neighbor. You used to actually go, you know, your parent used to send you with a message to go tell them the neighbor. After telephone, the thing just get lazy.
And then you had this television where you start seeing these different movies
Right.
and these different situations.
And you didn't realize it was all acting.
And then it's not just affecting you, then it's also affecting the mass on a whole. Our thing is we didn't have drive-bys in Jamaica.
No, not till TV.
But the first time-
Drive-bys.
Yeah.
Like drive-bys.
Yeah. But
Drive-bys, drive-by.
Drive by and say hi.
No.
No, no. Pew,
Oh,
pew,
pew.
yeah.
We're
Pew.
talking about that now. We got the
No,
violence.
I'm
No,
saying we
think
never
about it.
had that in Jamaica
We didn't have it.
until
Oh.
TV, until
But-
we got TV and see
but-
it on the movies.
But we saw Boys in the Hood, and ever since we saw Boys in the Hood, and that little boy running and got shot.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
Will it ever will it ever go back to the days when life was just
It never will.
It
Fun.
can't.
It
And
never.
and I think that social media not only puts you in a place where people can see that you're traveling, they can go rob your house. Not just that, but social media also has all these hacks for how you can find out how you can get into your person's phone. All these hacks on how you can figure out where they're at. Like, when did we start tracking the people that we love to see if they can just be messing up in the relationship? My thing is, if my gut tells me something's wrong, I'm not going to go spend the money or the energy to find out whose house you landed at. I'm just going to be like, it's just not the same. I mean, it's just like back in the day. I don't falter from that. I'm not going to sit there and go and investigate all this stuff that they do now and videotaping people, putting
access.
people
but
on
even,
blast.
But even back in this,
you
because
put bad stuff in people's minds.
I see my mom and her neighbor do it, right? Like if he'd be traveling and he come by and go, "Hey, Miss Brown, I'm going on a quick trip. Just keep an eye on the house, And I was like, "Wow!" And he's not Jamaican. He's not Jamaican. And he will say it to her, and she'd be like, "Okay." And she actually every now and then take a look over to the house to make sure everything all right. If his meal comes, she take it, And so I'm like, we still have people that still have that mentality.
yeah, but it's a dying breed.
It's a
That's the
dying
thing.
breed.
You see, once there's an issue with technology and how humans are progressing. Human progresses was slow. Technology is fast. So the information and the access that we're given to humankind right now, it is not holding up to the moral compass of what we have, and that's going to be a problem. Because again, if we didn't have television, we wouldn't see all these issues of other people's life and want to emulate certain
I
things.
want to be like them.
Since when did we want to be in all these flashy things? No, because we were more conserved back in the days. All this fast car, this Ferraris,
Right.
this Porsche drives me to not want to say, hey, I
By
want to
any
drive a
means
Porsche
necessary.
by any means necessary. At the end of the day, what are you going to do to drive that Porsche? It's going to affect somebody else's situation and create turmoil, which in case then affects somebody else's. So the moral compass gone, the access to people's life is too much, and information is going to be created.
I remember back in the days when the older guys was playing dominoes, and when it get too late, once you hear a neighbor open them window,
Yeah.
you turn around and go, "Okay, mama, we are holding all the knives, we are holding
yes.
knives," and the knives go down, and the
Yes.
man them out there still a play them domino.
Yeah.
Everybody, all right. God forbid now you go, they got to say, how much you have when you hear say, yo, me I call police bound or
Or the police just show
the
up.
police just show up or the neighbor wet you up or something and start arguing and a big chaos. And that could be the stress of
Yes, sir.
nowadays life, as you call it.
There's a story that's circulating right now in which the a LA cop shot a dog because the lady was celebrating the New York Knicks win.
I saw that.
All right,
I saw that.
She was-
Shot the lady's dog.
because she was celebrating, and everybody's saying, "Okay, why you shoot the lady's dog? Why you shoot the lady's dog?" My question was, who called the cops?
Who shot the
called
lady's dog?
The police. They showed
For
up at
what?
this lady's apartment and
Because she was celebrating and she was
she
making
was
How's
too
that
she
the
was
dog's
too
fault?
loud, and I guess they pulled
Yeah.
up. They pulled up to say, hey, somebody called that you're too loud.
Yeah.
And either the dog came out and they shot the dog.
Yeah.
Because they thought the dog was aggressive.
Yeah,
Probably.
but why? Because somebody called the cops.
Somebody called the
because she
cops.
So he's just defending his owner.
No.
It points back to who
Called
called
the
the
Oh,
cops.
for
So
sure,
that is
yeah.
the catalyst. That is where it all. That's where it started. Why
Right.
you call the cops? Because we are celebrating a win. It's not your team. New York Knicks is winning. So all of a sudden, the noise now irritates you. Because had it been an LA team and everybody was celebrating, you would have been a part of that celebration.